On today's episode of Marketing Machines and Mischief, short-form video continues to be a marketer's best friend. Coca-Cola is dreaming of another AI Christmas. And World Series Game 7 brings in millions of viewers. Welcome to our big marketing show. My name is Matthew Newell.
And I'm Chris Stone, and this is the show where we bring you everything a day 1 or day 10,000 marketer needs to know to stay ahead of this fast-changing consumer landscape. Are we ready, Newellski?
Let's do this. Here are the headlines from last week from the industry that pays both in dollars and brand logos. Today's lead headline, short-form video continues to be a marketer's best friend. Research is showing that video content is 82% of all internet traffic. Let that sink in for a second. Short-form video gets 2.5 times more engagement as longer-form video. Not only can short-form video be cost-effective for brands, 81% of consumers say that they want more branded short videos.
Matthew, there's one message here for brands, and that is get to the point, get to it quickly, and get out.
That is the point of life. Next up in marketing news, Coca-Cola is not backing away from the side eye they got last year from their all AI holiday ads. They re-edited last year's controversial, not controversial in today's measurements, Refresh Your Holidays ad, as well as releasing a new 30-second AI-enhanced holiday ad. Fun fact, this is true. The reason why Coca-Cola is so closely associated with Christmas is that almost 100 years ago, Coke was prohibited from targeting and showing kids in its advertising. So they chose Santa as the next closest thing. There's always a workaround. Our final headline, Major League Baseball's World Series Game 7 brought in an impressive 25 million viewers over the weekend. This keeps live sports as the exception to the rule about continued micro-segmentation of marketing audiences we're getting used to and getting excited about 100,000 people here and 600,000 people there. But for sports, live sports, it's in the millions. Boxing, American football, esports and soccer can regularly pull in millions.
Little tidbit, Matthew. The most rare play in baseball happened in this World Series. It's only happened 8 times in the history of the game. It's called the golden pitch. It happens when you're in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs in Game 7 of the World Series, and it comes down to that final pitch. That is the golden pitch.
Yeah, it's in 10,000 movies, but it's only happened barely thank you for that tidbit.
Yeah, I'm here for the tidbits. All right, Matthew, now it's time for my favorite segment, Real Recognize Real. And my Real Recognize Real goes to Saucony, the shoe company, for turning holiday schmaltz into something that actually moves. Their new campaign is called Run Home for the Holidays. And before you groan, no, it's not another slow motion montage of people hugging with soft lighting. It's smarter than that. Saucony's showing runners taking off their sneakers at dinner parties, guys carrying gift wrap boxes mid-stride, real moments where running isn't the hero, connection is. And the running, that's just how they got there. Here's what makes this work. Most athletic brands, as you know, still worship at the altar of performance. Faster splits, longer miles, personal records. Saucony just said, what if we stopped selling the run and started selling the reason you run? Back in March, they launched their new campaign, which was called Run as One. They position running as community, not competition. And since then, branded search up 46%, awareness up 12%, revenue up 41% year over year. Turns out people actually like feeling something besides inadequate when they see a running ad. And so here's the deeper play. Saucony's redefining what a running brand is. Nike owns aspiration. Asics and Hoka own innovation. Saucony's carving out their presence. They're not asking you to be faster. They're asking you to show up. And that my friend, is why real recognizes real.
I love that. That is a super, super slight niche in the performance space. Excellent
Tugging at the
work.
heartstrings.
Excellent work, young Chris.
They did the work. I just found it.
Okay, well, here I go. Here's my real recognizes real, Chris. So the ad itself is from Vanguard. They talk in their ad about 87% of employees took action in their Well on Your Way program. It's not about the ad itself. It's about the nudge theory behind it. So marketers should know about nudge theory. It's a concept in behavioral economics. We all know that. And psychology that says subtle changes can have a big impact on results without restricting the consumer's freedom of choice. So the first example that I heard about nudge theory was, and this is true, there was a bar or a restaurant in Europe, and they were sick of cleaning up around men's urinals. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So they put, true story, a fake fly in the urinal that men could target. Problem solved. But they another good example is in hospitals, they put healthy foods at eye level and candy lower. And Netflix's, this is probably the most well-known one, their next episode countdown, where you don't have to do anything. It just nudges you into the next action that you want people to take. So again, you're not taking away their freedom of choice. You're just making it a little bit easier for you to do something that may or may not benefit the marketer themselves. Keep nudge theory in mind, because when it works, it really works.
Marketers, be a fly in the urinal.
Chris, let's be a fly in the urinal today.
Live every day like you're a fly in the urinal. Insert another fly in the urinal joke here.
All right, before we go, let's play our marketing over-under game. I put out a scenario, Chris puts out the over-under, and we all try to get on the right side of the call. So for this week, we know that we had 25 million people tune into the Major League Baseball Game 7. The answer is, how many people tuned in for the Super Bowl back in February?
Okay, so
with 25 million being like kind of it's really not the baseline, but just something
for baseball. Yeah.
Fair.
In Game 7 for baseball, that's very high. But I do know that the NFL is king. And what a sports-driven episode today. I'm proud of you. I know you're a big fan of Sprots.
I mean
sports.
Yes.
I think I pretty much knew this. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't know the exact number, but I know the range. So I'm going to say over under 122 million people for the last Super Bowl.
That's Philadelphia
a lot of eyeballs. Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs.
That's 244 million eyeballs. I just did the math.
You're assuming everybody's got two.
It's the way you think. It's
the
way you think.
Inclusive on the show.
That is it for this week's episode of Marketing Machines and Mischief. On a final note, little lessons learned. Marketers, when January and February comes around, please stop saying the big game or the Super Bowl. Just say the Super Bowl. Let them come after you. God, they don't have infinity lawyers. See you next time.
Bye.